Good morning, fam. Welcome back to another Hype album review. Today we're going to be talking about an album, of course. What else would we be talking about? But before we hop into the video, I just want to say there's going to be some stuff down in the description that you're going to want to check out. You know, you're going to see what I review, what I'm going to review next. You're going to see how I review my albums, all that good stuff. You can do requests down there, all that good stuff down in the description. Check it out if you're interested. Today, we are going to be looking at the album Uncomfortable by Andy Mineo. Andy Mineo. Come on, man. I've heard the song. It's Mineo. Say it with me. Mineo. It's Mineo, not Mineo. Why did I say that? Andy Mineo. Lyrically, this album is pretty dense. There's a whole lot going on in these lyrics. These are 11 tracks and 11 full-length tracks, and you have tons of different themes going throughout the tracks. But for the most part, these songs are pretty serious. This has kind of a more weighty feel to it than some of his... shouldn't say it's more serious than Heroes for Sale, but there's a lot of serious lyrical content here. There's some fun stuff. You get a few breaks in the action, of course, because it's Andy Mineo. He likes to have fun, but you have a lot of serious stuff as well. To give you guys a little bit of feel for the scope and just the variety of the lyrics on this album, I'm just going to like point out 5 tracks, and we'll just kind of talk about 5 of the tracks, just with all different lyrical themes and stuff, just to give you kind of an idea of the variety on this album in the lyrics. The first track on this album, the title track, Uncomfortable, is about how Christians in America, I'm going to say Christians in America because that seems to be specifically what it's talking about, but how Christians are just way too comfortable. We have lots of money, you know, nice houses, lots of stuff, lots of food. Compared to any other country, we have it really, really good. And that's what the song is about. And it's just kind of a punch in the face to Christians living in America and anybody who's got lots of stuff and they just kind of, I don't know. It's a serious song about how we are just way too comfortable. Uptown, the following track, is one of the lighter on the album, one of the lighter tracks on the album, and it's about Uptown New York. It's very simply about Andy Mineo living in Uptown New York and just loving it. It's got a really chill vibe, and it's just kind of him just talking about New York, Uptown New York, and just, I don't know, pretty self-explanatory. Hear My Heart is a much more serious song. The song is about Andy Mineo's sister who's deaf. He has a deaf older sister, and the song is basically like an apology to his sister, saying, what was it? There's a really good lyric on here that explains the meaning of the song, but it's about how he grew up with an older sister, and he never really learned how to communicate with her. He never really learned sign language or anything like that, so he just had an older sister who he never really could communicate with. And in the music video for this song, it says several million views. He's doing sign language for the lyrics of the song so his sister could see it and understand what he's saying, which is really sweet, which is a really cool thing to do. Musically, this record is many, many, many steps from Heroes for Sale. This record is much more organic sounding. The instrumentation, the drums, the guitar, you're going to hear drums, guitar, all the sounds on this thing, it's a lot less electronic. Actually, this album is not electronic at all. That's what I should say. There's barely any hint of electronic elements on this album, unlike Heroes for Sale, which was mostly electronic. This thing is just very organic sounding, very real sounding, and a lot of it is very vibey and very smooth. Vibey is a word. I looked it up. It's I don't know if it's it might be in the slang kind of thing, but that's the best word to describe it. It's very vibey sounding. There is a little bit of variety on this album in terms of the music. Most of it has the vibey sound. Some of it is kind of upbeat and positive sounding. But some of the most variety comes in the interlude Strange Motions. This song has a really weird, almost out of place R&B vibe to it. Even in the lyrics, they're very slow and kind of a little bit sensual. I don't know. It's kind of interesting lyrically. But it has that really slow vibe, and then it gets into a burst of jazz music. And I think that's the only real jazz you're going to hear on the album. But that just shows a little bit of the variety in the instrumentation. Is this song, you got some R&B, you got some jazz. Some of the music on this record is kind of sputtering and energetic and just kind of spazzes and goes in and out, kind of just pa-pa-pa-pa-pa. Just, that's so cringy. So cringy. This could be said of the songs Uncomfortable and Desperados. Desperados also has cool samples. It has gunshots. It's always kind of fun to just listen along and just go bang, bang with the music. That was so corny. This hurts. This is way too corny. Uptown, Hear My Heart, and Ghost. Uptown, Hear My Heart, Ghost, and Make Me a Believer. Not to a lesser extent, Make Me a Believer. Have very slow, kind of vibey music. Ghost, the song Ghost is just really kind of slow and just either mid-tempo to slow music. But Uptown kind of has this vibe to it, and it's just kind of an atmospheric sort of, just to make you feel kind of cool. And then the same could be said of Hear My Heart. Also has a lot of vibey music that's just kind of that creates an atmosphere and a mood. Now, what do I think of this record? Is it great? Is it not so great? Is it kind of in the middle? Is this thing closer to Heroes for Sale and how much I like it? Or is it kind of in the same league as Neverland? Little bit of backstory about this record, about me and this record. At first, it took me a while to get into rap music. I first thought it was really dumb. I really hated rap music. I was like, oh, it's just awful. The first rap album I really listened to was Mansion by NF, and I really didn't like it. I like it now, but I didn't like it when I first heard it. But the one that really got me into rap music, the rap album that I really liked, was this one. This album really got me into rap music, and today, I still really like this album. The music and production on this album on a lot of these songs is very high quality. Like I said, it's more organic than Heroes for Sale, and it sounds really good. A lot of these songs really do have really great AAA production. A lot of it you can call simple. A lot of the music would be considered simple by many, and I would say some of these songs have simple music, but it is crisp, it is AAA on a lot of these songs, and it just sounds really, really great. I think the best production, the best sounding songs on this record would be Uncomfortable. It's definitely Uncomfortable, Uptown, Hear My Heart, Desperados, Rat Race, and Vendetta. These songs all sound really great. It's just really high quality production on all of these songs. Now, I would be lying if I told you that the production on this album was great all the way through. This album actually does have pretty significant low points in terms of music and production. And that would be the songs Now I Know, Ghost, and No That's Right. In that order, in descending order. So Now I Know is okay, and then Ghost is kind of boring, and then No That's Right just really doesn't sound great. These songs just don't really do it for me. In terms of music and lyrically they're Ghost and No That's Right are all right, but I don't really care for Now I No wait what? No That's Right isn't that good, but Now I Know is all right. So honestly, these songs, the music doesn't really work great, and that kind of puts these kind of really hurts the songs. Not great songs as a result of not great production. Lyrically, I guess the same could be said for the lyrics. Some of this is kind of careless. A little bit, some of this is kind of careless and kind of just him just having fun, just kind of flexing, having a good time. Like Uptown is just kind of chill and just kind of, him having a good time. Desperados is kind of chill, just whatever, just kind of him being cool or trying to feel cool. Now I Know is just goofy. And then you have No That's Right. And No That's Right just kind of bounces around and it doesn't really have a clear theme. But the rest of these songs, basically all the songs I haven't mentioned yet, those are the songs that have the not so great lyrics. Everything else on here has some really, really sharp lyrics, some really good commentary, and just really high quality, memorable lines, just really, really high quality lyrics on the rest of these songs. The three best songs on this album all have fantastic, amazing lyrics. The production is very good on these songs, but the lyrics are just so tight, and these songs are Uncomfortable, the title track, Rat Race, and Vendetta. The title track, just super relevant lyrics that a lot of people need to hear. It's a message that I don't hear a whole lot in Christian music. I should say, I don't know if I've ever heard this in another song. Well, I don't know. I shouldn't say that. But This is some really good lyrics. The ending part of this song is amazing. Like, the highest point on the album is the outro to this song. The music is really interesting. The vocals get all darker, and it's just so good. You're going to have to listen to yourself. I don't want to spoil it because I'll sing it badly, but it's so good. Rat Race, super good lyrics about Andy Mineo not wanting to run the rat race, not wanting to be just doing it to do it, being a rapper just to be a rapper. It's about him wanting to have a meaning, and the lyrics are great. I mean, the music is great, lyrics are great, the music is great. John Bellion brings so much to the chorus. Another fantastic song is Vendetta. Vendetta has amazing lyrics about how rappers have more influence than politicians. It also has a lot of personal lyrics about Andy Mineo, his mom, and his dad. And it's so poignant. It's about, he says about the number one problem in America. I'm not going to spoil what he says it is. But so good. So many good lyrics on this. These 3 songs are literally, like, amazing songs. These songs are great. Super tight music, super tight lyrics, great performances, just great songs. In conclusion, Uncomfortable has some truly amazing highlights. And the majority of this record, I would say, is pretty good. It's either pretty good to great, and it has some truly amazing songs. I listed the 3 best songs on here, but also great songs. Hear My Heart. Hear My Heart is awesome. Most of the songs on this record are great. But I will also say this album has some low points in the lyrics, but more so in the music. Some of the music doesn't really pull through, and some of the lyrics really aren't that poignant or that meaningful or that great at all. And some of them are fun, but some of them fall short. So all in all, this album is a high-quality record. It's a lot more good than bad, and while there's a little bit of bad, the high points on this album are really, really high. This album really hits the mark when it does hit the mark. And it hits the mark more often than not. I'm going to have to give this thing 4 stars out of 5. Just a thing. I gave this album 4 stars out of 5. I gave Heroes for Sale 4 stars out of 5. I'm still going to give them, I'm not going to take it back, but I do think this is a better record. I think this album just kind of, while it's, I don't know, it has some low points, but I think the music on here is a lot more organic. It's a lot less electronic, and I think it's just going to age a lot better. For me, it already has aged better. Some of the music on Heroes for Sale could be called corny, and this doesn't feel corny at all. The music is just really, just kind of, I don't know. Well, the music's not always great. It's more real sounding. It's more high quality, in my opinion. But what do you think of this album? Do you like this better than Heroes for Sale? Do you think this, some people like Heroes for Sale a lot better than this album. Do you like this better than Heroes for Sale? Just, what do you think, guys? What do you think? I'm just kind of rambling. Have a great day, y'all.